Hello and welcome, everyone, to another exciting installation of the Backwater Bastards in space!
Oh, God.
Thank you for that warm welcome. Let's do a little recap, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Needed.
We're going to need to do this. We're in the middle of
Yeah.
of an action sequence. We're in
The big shit has hit the
we're
fan.
in a boss fight.
I feel like we might actually die at this point as well.
Wait, for real? You feel that way?
Yeah,
Well,
because
I
like a spaceship just crashed into the thing we're on, and
I still don't feel that way, and that's why I play Cleo.
Huh? Our spaceship?
well, we need to get her.
That's-
Yeah, sorry, I'll let the recap happen.
Yeah, I really need this
The
recap.
bastards in a space station
Yeah.
known as the Body Shop in some sectors. It's basically a commandeered installation that used to belong to the Synthetic Empire, the empire of sentient artificial intelligences.
Did you just call them
used to be like-
Synthians? That's
Synthians. Yeah.
the sentient
Cynthia's.
Cynthians.
Sentient.
Oh, it's the rival to Dolores.
The Cynthias are back, Dolores.
Oh, those
Oh
fake,
my God,
those
Cynthia!
bitches are so fake.
They don't even talk to us when we go to the club. They,
They
don't
don't
sit by
even-
us. They don't want to talk. They don't want to play bingo with us.
No, they just speak in numbers.
The Cynthias.
All about just about numbers with them.
Mm.
They've got no heart.
With their shiny little families. The shiny little family. The
Perfect,
Cynthias.
shiny little families. Terrible shame if something were to happen to those.
So anyway,
shiny
the
families.
Synthetics, they made this space station for a reason.
Yes. Override it.
I would
Dickie.
at least get the setting down, I'm sure, without more than 5 derails.
Yeah.
We're only on 2 so far.
That's
so
not
we're
even
pretty
in my
good.
contract.
Yeah.
We are running to succeed in my goal. it's a station, formerly requisitioned. There we go. It's requisitioned by upstarts, by synthetics who wanted to change the way things were done, rather than accepting the body and position that was given to them by the Empire. These upstart synthetics who've broken away with the Synthetic Empire, they've taken over this station with the initial goal of providing every synthetic who wants to break away from the Empire with the body, not that they are given, but the body that they want, the body they deserve, so they could actually fulfill their actual hopes and dreams. But they did discover very quickly that there was a very high demand for this service from not just them and theirs, but just artificial beings the galaxy over. As they had this absolute state-of-the-art facility that could basically fabricate anything, they very, very quickly turned into, like capitalists. It turned into
Whoops.
just a sort of place with only the extremely wealthy
Mama tried.
synthetics could actually get their hands on these things.
Turns out Mama did raise a fool.
But that's neither here nor there. Dr. Z, the body that it was a fishbowl with arms and legs, essentially, that housed his weak gelatinous form.
Not that weak. It
Gelatinous
was,
form.
strong in other ways, but
Oh my God.
We all have our strengths.
This is
exactly.
really the hell you want to...
Some of
was
us don't
destroyed.
have many at all.
Yeah.
Destroyed in a prior adventure. So Dr. Z had come here to get a replacement, get a state-of-the-art replacement body.
Second
Yes.
lease on life. Quite literally.
Yeah. And I believe I found it.
But yeah, having designed one and having it set up to fabricate, at the same time, some sort of attack occurred on the station. There was some talk for a while. Herodotus and Cleo were certain that it was some variety of murder hornet.
Have we been dissuaded from this?
I feel like we still think that.
Yeah,
I think they
feel
still
like
think that.
I don't feel like sufficient evidence has been presented us to
I still believe in it.
diverge
Honey
from our
bitch.
initial theory.
On account of honey-like substance they found around all the dead bodies. All the staff of the facility, by the way, appeared to be human.
Yeah.
The bastards never really asked or found out why that was. But they've any of them that you have found, you've only found them dead, as they've been killed by something that's been leaving behind clear honey-like traces.
Sure sounds like murder hornets.
But eventually, the bastards, the scent of the hornet honey, and also Dr. Z just trying to get to his damn new body, discovered that the station had supposedly had some computer virus attack from the Synthetic Empire, and that
Use a VPN, kids.
something had taken over everything. It had taken control of the warships outside that guard the station. It had taken control of the fabrication floor, and more importantly, had taken control of some sort of experimental new body. And it was at that moment that Dr. Z was getting ready to take his own new vehicle
Yes.
when the bastards were attacked. This sentient thing, it refers to itself as we. Will they refer to themselves as we, perhaps? That seemed to be taking control of all sorts of things. It possessed Dr. Z's old arm. It had possessed this jelly boy creature. Not honey
jelly
boy.
boy.
Honey boy.
Honey
creature.
boy.
Which is a sort of like a liquid plastic thing that created like little nanostructures that is basically controlled by this AI. The bastards got into a fight. They got into a fight with the honey boy. You know, things were going okay. Bastards were kind of beating their way into it. Dr. Z managed to get himself into his new state of the art, top of the morning to you. His new body. And things were looking up. But then
I'm gonna start making Cardi B noises.
the honey boy, having taken control of even the warships outside, flew one of the warships directly into the station, perforating the outer walls, turning off all the lights. The power seems to have gone out. The bus has been flung into pitch black darkness.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's not good.
And that's where we left off.
Great.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like we got lots of options. Like,
Jelly cap.
yeah. Jelly capsule. Wait for Reese to pick us up.
Okay, listen here, bitch. I only have one jelly cap left. So if that's your plan, like just
No. That was just. I think that's been the plan like the last time.
I mean, you had the thing trapped in a jelly capsule.
that worked really well though. Remember?
And also because it was getting constantly reprogrammed with its own artificial intelligence by the laser on an arm that injects the personalities, the intelligences into these machines and bodies.
The laser on an arm. The amazing descriptive words we get here.
Oh, I used such better words last week, I'm sure.
The laser on an arm.
I'm about it.
Yeah.
I'm about it. You know what? I don't have a plan.
It's kind of a
yet,
crane on a train.
We just
we're
get
in
through
trouble.
this. We'll just get through this.
This is like that meme of Ralph Wiggum in The Simpsons, and he's sitting in the back of the school bus going, "I'm in danger." That's where I'm at right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm picturing this. I'm imagining this gaping hole in the space.
Yeah, can I quickly I want to
We
assess
need
the
to
damage.
investigate that
Yeah,
first.
I'm investigating.
Because are we about to be sucked out into the vacuum of space, like vented? Or is there like
Yeah, exactly.
a protective like oops layer?
I rolled a 20, but do you for like a perception or whatnot? Maybe do I need to roll a hacking to figure out
Like when you
what
gotta
the
put a
computer's
plastic
doing?
sheet on your bed.
If you're going into the system, then yeah, I'd roll a hack.
Yeah, I'll do a hacking, and I want to know like, okay, where we at? What we doing? Nat 20.
Oh, butter boo.
No,
Okay.
so then we're safe. Yes,
Maybe.
bitch. Yes.
Well,
bitch,
he's rolled a
yes,
natural
bitch.
20 hacking into the... So
There
immediately
was
Dr.
a
Z can
plastic
see.
sheet around the space station.
Before Dr. Z even begins his hacking attack, he can see that the monitor, for example, isn't running anymore. It's the same as when the lights went out. But
Okay.
it seems like the central systems controlling the station are on some sort of backup power that hasn't been affected by the attack. And he's probably able to reroute that power where needed to get other things up and running. At the moment, all that's really running are the basic systems and a whole lot of emergencies. So it seems as though once he hacks into the system, he can see that lots and lots of just bulkheads and seals are closing to try and contain the damage. Way down here in the center of the station where you are, you're in no immediate danger of being vacuumed out into space as the station is taking necessary precautions.
All right.
Cleo, you have an enclosed spacesuit, right? You can survive out in the vacuum.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I popped my hood. I already done did it.
Well then,
You're right.
Harry?
Looking good in my hood.
Harry, I'm going to put a shield around you so that you may, your squishy human form may survive out there in the vacuums of space, if it should happen.
Much obliged, sir.
Yes, so I'll activate my shield projector over Harry and prepare for the worst.
Bearing in mind that the three of you are standing at the moment in absolute pitch black.
I'll turn a little LED light on.
Yeah,
on the
I mean,
soup.
you've got torches in your setup. I kind of imagine that Herodotus and Cleo probably have torches as well.
Just to add to the horror of the moment, yeah, we can start using strobing torchlight.
My spacesuit has a headlamp.
Yeah.
Flickering lights that are only flickering as an effect. They don't have to. They're not.
Yeah, they don't have to.
anything.
Yeah.
It's just set it to spooky mode.
Yeah, I've set it to strobe just cause. Yeah, it's appropriate.
Okay, so as the light is sort of looking around at the
Strobing.
same rate as your strobing around at the same rate as you're sort of rotating your chassis, you do see that in the space right near you, where the honey boy had been sort of trapped and writhing, there is now no one, nothing, and you hear rattling sounds up above once again in the rafters somewhere.
Oh,
Well,
so
I do believe the
he
honey
went in
boy
the ceiling?
has vented.
Yes, it sounds like he's shaking his honey maker.
I've got what I came for. Did you gather enough of your precious, what was it after? Royal jelly honey that you were so eager on?
You never have enough, but this will have to do for now. Surely. What say you, Belle?
Well, I mean, I am carrying quite a bit of it, at least, a few buckets full.
Do we have enough for scones?
I mean, we might have a little bit. I've got about, like at least 8 liters.
Oh, well, lovely. We can make a cake.
And that might be enough for a scone. It might be. I mean, you know how it is. I'm gonna need a little bit of it.
Dripping.
I'm just worried about it is the thing, because I mean, I do have 8 liters about is my weight to sit, that's my estimation.
I hate to interrupt your scone talk, but you did plan.
It's just gonna be like sorting fly poo out of pepper.
Yes. You had both planned to deal with the AI, I believe, for a cargo hauler and more of the stuff. Or are we good with what we've got? The place is falling apart. How much of this task do we want to try?
Well, surely all of it. We are on a bound.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would really like to come back to harvest
Right.
with our cruiser. We got this cargo cruiser, and I mean, I did reckon that we would be trying to fill it up.
I don't think we've been given that cargo ship yet. We still have the task of deleting this runaway virus.
Yes,
I
well,
feel
we
like
figured we would
we definitely do.
we figured we would leave the binaries to the ones and the zeros, and just for now, you're covering both.
Right.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess I'm going back in for another hacking to try and figure out how to.
And just so you know, Doctor, that cargo ship is and will be in future a royal honey hive.
Well, yeah. So we might even want to make a
It's going to
plan.
be packed full of literally as much royal honey as these robots have been able to fucking buy up quickly.
We also maybe we need to get one of the mortar bees.
And
Yeah.
build your own hive.
We will have to find.
Yeah,
the
but
queen.
I can't be here for that part. That part ain't me.
None of the work, all of the honey.
Well, yeah.
But Bear, what if I put into the deal a sick new suit you can wear as we meddle with the bees and harvest the honey? This is teamwork. Only teamwork makes the dream work, Bear.
Well,
Do you dare to dream, Bear? Do you dare to dream?
I dream so much. All right, but we'll see.
We
We
will
need to
see.
get that honey. We got to. You seen it?
I've seen it.
Doc-
I've tasted it. It's lovely. I imagine it
Did
goes
you?
well with a lavender scone, for example.
Did he really eat some of it?
Did you? I mean, it's not massively edible. It's like the stuff you found has been like kind of solid.
Yeah, I mean, I've been licking it on and off.
Because I was wondering what would happen if we ate some of it and found out that it tasted different than we expected it to or something.
Oh, that's...
I think Cleo's eaten a little bit from what I remember from the editing. And,
Yeah.
And I think maybe Harry's licked it. I don't know. He was in the vent.
I like to imagine that everybody else's
he's been-
palate
he's been
is...
sort of like
that is a sentence.
wafting the bouquet directly into his face at the very least.
I kind of assume that everybody else's palate is more complex than Cleo's.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've
'Cause
rolled
she eats a lot
um,
of trash.
Yeah.
You rolled a 13. So yes, during this conversation, Dr. Z is interfacing back into the system. You've rolled a 13. What is this hacking attempt? What are you going
Well,
in?
as Herodotus and Cleo have said, the task of disabling this virus has apparently fallen onto me, and they're going to continue to discuss honey and its various uses, and and how they're going to build a honey cargo ship, honey hive. So
Yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to figure out how we actually get the job done.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, given that your system analyzation earlier was a natural 20, you've got a very good idea of what's sort of going on at the moment inside the system. So you would be very aware that you right now, while the power is being diverted to these airlocks, you've got a unique opportunity in that the AI, this virus, whatever it is, has been copying itself into every little bit of spare RAM and ROM it can find.
Spare RAM and
The systems that have been doing this writing and rewriting are offline right now.
Right.
So right now, you could possibly get ahead of it and wipe it from the system.
I will try to think to how to do that, but first of all, can I radio Reese?
Reese?
You never radio us.
Well, you're standing right next to me.
Well, that's not the point. It's the topic.
I'll give you some phone calls on your birthday. How about that?
What about just every day thinking about you kind of
Yeah, you know, a little bit.
I mean,
in the
those are
morning.
internal thoughts. I don't want to share those over radio waves. Very
like
intrusive.
good morning, beautiful.
Aren't
kinda.
most thoughts internal, or do you have?
Well, it depends where you live. Some races think
Oh,
externally.
Harry, he's going on about jelly things again.
Yes.
Reese, you there?
The signal comes through quite weak and sort of cutting off, but Reese replies, Dr. Z,
Reese.
I am taking evasive maneuvers right now. I apologize.
Reese, please leave this area and await further instructions. There is danger here. Keep Herodotus' child safe.
Yes, the ovum. Safe.
Yes, Doctor. Yes, Herodotus. The warships here are not behaving very friendly.
Well, then shoot.
Yes. Yeah, feel free to shoot at anything you fancy, but do get away. We'll be fine.
Over the radio, you hear a bunch of blaster fire and like a whole lot of things going on. You can as well. There sort of seems to be some sort of like epic driving music that Reese is blasting over the station's PA to psych himself up for this little mini battle that he's having
so
off in the
sad.
background.
Oh, Reese, that music is... You listen to the new stuff? The first album was the only good one. That is...
You
That
really
is
are
terrible.
developing a bit of a personality, aren't you? I'm
Yes.
scared.
Yes.
I'm worried about this.
Not sure about this, but we will need to talk about playlists when we get back. That is...
Oh, Reese, let me talk to him.
Reese, Cleo has
let
a
it
few
out.
words.
Reese, that slaps.
Yes. Well, there you go.
Thank you, Cleo. I will try to stay within communication distance.
I don't think so, Reese. Try and get away
Warping.
from... we don't want you getting infected from anything.
Warping now.
That was fucking
And then,
quick.
Oh, okay,
I'll
it's
say
gone.
communication. Don't warping.
I was going to say, you'll know when to come get us. Cleo, I'm sure, will make it obvious. Just-
You
I
will
mean,
know
yeah,
by the
that's-
bombs.
yeah. When it's
So,
over,
yes.
it'll be obvious it's over. Cleo won't.
Sounds as though around the same time, perhaps, that one of the warships crashed into the station, the others might have turned on Reese, trying to eliminate any chance of your escape. But Reese seems to
Get
be
out of there.
fit to the task, and he's been fighting them off.
Keep that egg safe.
Some-
Yeah. Want no egg salad.
And the jelly.
Yeah, you're in the position where right now you're relatively safe, but don't have
Ooh.
any reasonable way of escaping. And although
We
the
got
AI
our
has lost
worst.
control of the station, it still has full control of the warships outside.
Okay, cool. So Reese is gone.
Yes.
We're alone. I'm fine because I'm in a spacesuit and I have a light on my head so I can see things and be safe. But what is gonna happen with y'all?
Well,
Because-
I'm in my new suit and I've put a shield around Harry. So I think like worst comes to worst, we get sucked out. We
How big?
kind of are
How big
okay.
is the Doctor's new body?
So it's much like his older body. It's like a little bit sort of like taller and beefier, but at the same time, it's also kind of sleeker and better designed.
Okay,
So
but
it's
it's kind
kind
of
of-
about how big? We're talking like 2 meters tall.
How big? Oh, I don't think it's 2 meters tall. I'm thinking it's like actually because it's it's headless, so it's more like sort of like like 5 foot 2, 5'3" or something. That's kind of.
Question is, can I hitch a ride?
Oh.
Just so
I mean, it's strong enough that you could ride on its back.
Harry, I see you looking at me. What?
Yes, Doctor.
I haven't seen you use those eyes since you saw your ex-boyfriend.
Well, I am somewhat aroused, but it's a different reason. If you lean down and let me mount you, then we can form the first cavalry regiment of this here outfit. I tell you, it will be like the Rough Riders of old. We shall...
Harry, are you saying I get to join the cavalry?
I'm saying you shall be first lieutenant.
In the cavalry.
In the cavalry.
I'm
God.
bounced right down.
Now,
Finally, I get to be in the fucking cavalry. I've only been trying this whole time.
I don't want to spoil nothing, but it means that you are first horse as well. However, first mount, I would say. Now,
means nothing to me. I get a badge.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
Quick question: do you mind being called Silver?
Well, no. It's Dr. Z.
Screams Harry as he then
for comedy effect, I could walk on all fours. Like the body was like made in that with that intention, and like one of the drawings I did.
Don't debase yourself, man. Have some pride.
Yeah, it's got multiple configurations, isn't it?
Exactly,
you can rotate the body, the torso.
The ball is the center, but the arms all kind of spin around the
What if
axis.
you just end up making like a giraffe shape by extending your legs?
That's cool. That's cool too. I like it.
Because like you keep your 2 legs on the ground and stay bipedal, but then your
Oh,
arms.
oh, oh, oh,
go,
or-
like-
This is the
Just to-
weirdest looking sci-fi centaur ever.
No.
And then actually, Herodotus like literally sort of mounted the fishbowl.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
To throw back to the Blasnak days. Could you in some way contort this whatever you call this the locomotive to somehow take on an arachnid configuration?
Whatever the cavalry needs.
Very good. This, for some reason, reminds me of a cobalt temple. Onwards!
Season 1 campaign available on Spotify and through the website.
And that's how you do it.
Come with us to Ralaran.
It's what I do.
So we're talking sort of an armored fishbowl torso with the limbs having sort of slithered their way to poke out up and down into these horrific spider legs.
I feel like at some
Exactly.
point, Cleo, we need to complete this Power Rangers moment, and you need to get involved as well because
Cleo stands on top of the fishbowl with T-pose for dominance.
Cleo is definitely like kind of eyeing you guys while you do this, and she's definitely like thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what.
Cleo just stands with her claws out, and then Dr. Z spins the torso.
I feel like Cleo wouldn't be able to get on you though. Like you would have to get on Cleo.
yeah, I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm sure.
But what if the like synth body was able to kind of configure itself by attaching to her spacesuit, which is kind of like a metallic shell?
I mean,
And then it's
as well,
like-
like Cleo could get into like lumbering all fours bear mode, and it could clamp on back like a backpack with Herodotus riding that.
Just like Voltron,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm thinking. Voltron. This needs to be Voltron. We need to do
and
it.
you could like get on me, and then he could get on you, and then you could be the medium that like binds us because the metal.
You know, Bear, it's so crazy, it just might work. Let's do it.
Cleo's definitely eyeing y'all.
So you're gonna like
Y'all
lumber as one through the corridors, opening and closing the bulkheads to try and keep yourselves.
Y'all got room for a third?
For you, baby, anytime.
There needs to be like really super squealy guitar right now for like the Voltrons. Go, go, bastard Rangers!
Yeah.
Go,
Bastard Rangers.
Whatever come, hell or high waters, we shall face it. Like bastards.
Okay, so imagine if you will, a bear in a spacesuit, sort of ducked down into a lumbering position.
Oh yeah,
strapped on top
Charge mode.
is a globular glass-like orb strapped on with strong sort of morphed spider limbs. They're sort of strapped around the chest and waist of Cleo.
like a metal rib cage.
With energy blasters sort of popping out of the front shoulders to create a fully armed situation.
I like this more than like what we look like regularly.
Yeah, this is how we should just rock around all the time.
Sitting atop, bandy-legged, and he would be spurred if he'd realized that this was going to be this sort of mission. But, perched atop, with fantastic riding posture, armed with a cattle prod, basically, with a energy baton and a service pistol.
Looking like Napoleon on the horse.
Yeah.
Boom,
Get
boom,
Napoleon,
baby.
ya.
Look out, Prussians. We'll get you.
Herodotus. And by far his head is sort
Fucking
of what
the
we're
size
talking,
of a spaceship.
probably like about sort of
Yeah.
10 feet up somewhere.
Probably pretty stratospheric at this point. I mean, his fucking the amount of ego surging through him at this moment is frightful.
Like if you guys get into the elevator, he's gonna have to
Good.
duck.
We're not probably getting in an elevator like
The
this.
shit's
That seems undignified.
This shit's
we
blowing
can
up. We
fly.
ain't getting in no elevator.
What if my spacesuit could just like shoot boosters out the bottom and we just like go straight up?
This is a D&D chance for jump.
Jump!
Jump.
Jump never really served me well in the last campaign.
It's a bit of a...
Yeah, I mean,
It
there were a
was
couple of
always
times,
very
but
dangerous.
You always tried to use it to do like random stuff that wasn't
That's
running
what's-
faster.
That's what's fun is.
That was awesome, though.
Can I cast jump on
Yes.
myself and then jump through the
And it
desert?
worked.
It worked.
I'll never stop doing
Yeah, Dick, did it work? Yes,
Well,
it
you
did.
guys, you spent like 10 minutes trying to decide. Like I told you, okay, if you want to travel through this desert to this place, it's going to take you quite a while. And for some reason, you're all really worried about how long it was going to take. It's like we don't
did.
actually have to role play the entire journey.
we did.
It can still take
The
us-
journey
all
is...
I'm
It's all about the journey.
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that it doesn't matter what universe I'm in. I'm never gonna stop trying to cheat the system, bitch.
Cheat for life.
I've got to know though what is the actual
Anarchy.
end game here with this Vulcan
hashtag win.
configuration? Because it is pretty awesome. But
question.
where are we going? What's happening?
All right.
Okay, well, we're trying to protect ourselves. We're a fucking team. We are now
Offense
attached
is
to
the
each
best
other.
defense.
So we feel better,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna probably.
All right, gang, listen up. We need to lure this bastard out. We need
Yes.
to set a trap. Any ideas?
Who are the current aggressors?
It's the entire AI thing, right?
Okay, so there is some sort of AI has some sort of complaint
Okay,
about
how
how
we
it was
gonna fight
denied
that?
its birth, and now it will be everything and everywhere, and it has been imprinting itself all over the station. At the moment, it is unable to do that because the station is in emergency mode and the power has been completely redirected to more safety. However, it has taken control of the operating systems of the warships outside and the honey
Okay,
boy.
we need to kill the
primarily.
AI.
We
What
need
if-
to kill the AI,
what if
and
we
the AI is
confuse
taking
it?
over everything. So I think the only way of beating this foe is to play it your way. Start doing a bit of chaos. Now, I'm going to reluctantly go along with this if we must, but I think everything's now a target.
I'm very glad to have you pre-surrendering to my whims, sir. Now, here is my idea. What if we don't beat this foe? What if we redirect it? What if we use it as a weapon of our own? We can use it to better the deal.
A Sildor? Is it like he's just like trying to? I will wear the ring.
It shall be an heirloom of my kingdom. Risk no further harm to the hive.
Why are we trying to destroy this thing? We should be using it for our own gain.
You would give it to Sauron.
Anyway,
Is it? Would it not be to our benefit to wield this weapon of great power? We have further enemies after this, and we have a
As
deal
soon
to
as
make.
you manage to grab it and wield it to your power, Herodotus, I think I'll be convinced. Until then, spaceships are crashing into our current location.
Very good. Point taken. Well then,
I mean,
would you, Doctor? You know about machines and zonkos and so on, yes?
I flash a light in a random direction and say,
Shoot that.
Just
All right. Herodotus starts firing vaguely in the direction of where the doctor flashed his light. Fuck!
Alrighty, there's
What the fuck?
Well, maybe that's not the way.
Always this.
natural one. Well, damn. I love it as well when it's like some sort of cosmetic action that really is not necessary and you get the natural one. Didn't that happen like throwing like some glass or something and bottled someone or whatever? Like
he was trying to throw a glass on the ground and he ended up bottling a lady in the audience. He was just trying to like look intimidating at smashing a glass. Yeah, instead.
It's not the great Scottish outdoors.
all right, fucking train spotting, isn't it?
Shit.
Okay, well, he's rolled a 13 on the D100, so it's only 13% off.
So what does that mean?
We're not doing it like in an initiative. Oh, we are.
We're not in combat
still
yet,
in.
so.
I mean, like, but this is difficult?
I know
really,
you're back
because
out
the
of
enemy
combat,
is
'cause the
abstract,
enemy
so
has
the
vanished.
enemy is everywhere.
Well, I guess until they present themselves, we don't have a initiative turn order.
Yeah.
Well,
Where's our enemy?
Everywhere, nowhere. I mean, obviously, you could perform any action you want to try and to find it, attack
Should
it, you know,
we
like
just start
reinitiate
fucking
combat.
it up then
Yep.
everywhere.
Go it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's already what's happening because Herodotus shooting almost blindly at where Dr. Z shone his torch. He hits a spot actually in the pitch black just off to the side of the torch. And all of a sudden, there's an alarm starts going off. A very sort of quiet, subdued, pathetic alarm, as though the station is kind of diverting power that could be going to making this alarm go off to more important things, such as keeping the space station from kind of inverting from the vacuum of space. But up above you, you suddenly start getting sprinkled on and showered with water, as though you've set off some sort of anti-fire system.
Well, just as I planned it. Hopefully, the water will bring the beast out. Nobody likes being cold and wet. Not apart
Yes.
from you, Doctor.
Well, I'm constantly wet.
Yes, that was my point, Doctor. They were reinforcing it out there.
What?
No better joke than the one over-explained.
Macaroni in a pot.
So we're talking pitch black with a few
Vin Diesel
flashing strobe
staring
lights
out
around,
into the distance.
water showering down.
I mean-
the sound of and something slithering above in the vents.
Does the
well-
doctor have sort of rubber on his feet?
Rubber.
Yeah. Are we insulated from electricity in this water?
Oh, I see. I mean, it's definitely
shield
like there'd be
would
like
protect
some
you.
basic sort of like don't have me get completely electrified.
If I take my stun thingy and
Thing is,
and
though,
zap
Cleo's
the water-
standing. Cleo's the bottom of this
Yeah,
pyramid.
Cleo's the one at the bottom. She is wearing armor, so she probably won't.
wrist.
She probably won't take any damage if you just zap the water. But
I'm just thinking, if everything is wet and I zap the water, there's a chance that like it'll zap the the honey boy.
I'm cool with it.
We might get a little like zap, get a giveaway. All right,
Hold on to your honchos, as they say. I'm about to fire over wazoo. Energy battle, ahoy! Now for
that's all right. Actually, that's only pathetic in the damage department. Oh, actually, it's an 8 for the roll as well, which isn't great.
shouldn't
But
be,
you're only
shouldn't
trying
be
to
beyond my
electrify the
fucking
ground,
capabilities.
so that's you can't really miss. If you rolled a natural one, you might just like literally just stab Cleo instead, but
Drop the
Oh,
baton.
nice.
throw the baton over your shoulder.
That would have been funny.
So
I mean,
Herodotus,
that's what my life is like.
he doesn't
guy with the
hit the section of floor that he intends to, but he still does hit the rapidly forming puddle beneath them, electrifying the ground with a brutal energy baton strike, dealing 1 point of damage to anyone who's touching that water, including Cleo. But she's wearing armor, so she takes 0 points of damage.
Yeah.
That armor,
Cute.
it's paying for itself already.
But do we hear anything?
Yeah.
You hear like a sudden sort
ain't
of
never heard
slashing
bacon
and
before?
scrambling off, sort of forward and to the right of you, as though some large flopping form is suddenly being, shot,
got you, you bastard.
splashing,
Well,
splattering,
well.
and scampering off to one
You know
side.
what to do. Fire after the sound.
All right, well then I'll do that. I'll fire whatever weapons I have after the sound.
Alrighty. What sort of weapons do we have on Dr. Z? Because you've got obviously a different.
I mean,
set,
I've got
but,
arm blaster. Should I just use arm
anything
blaster? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, arm blast. Yeah, arm blaster. It's the exact same stats. Yeah, but you do have 2 of them now. So
Okay,
you
I'll
can
fire both.
fire both.
Cavalry.
Cavalry, open fire.
I've rolled a 6 and a 16.
Bada boom. Okay, so Dr. Z aiming the 2 arm blasters, sort of mounted somewhere in between Cleo and Herodotus. The first blaster just sort of strikes off, hitting the wall somewhere. You can sort of smell the ozone of the blaster just sort of hitting metal. But the second one strikes out, and again you hear another splashing, scampering sound, as though he shot at directly into whatever was electrocuted before, and it takes 6 further points of damage.
Well,
There you are, honey boy. Come out and fight us if you think you have a chance. But I fear that you will not have enough bodies to take this, our ultimate form. Look on it.
And tremble, ye mortal, for we 3 have united our strength, and we are now undefeatable.
We are like the Titanic, unsinkable.
Exactly.
we're big. We're big.
I'm gonna need
that?
a subtle little
hear that?
D20 from
We're big.
all 3 of you.
14 for me.
A 14 from me.
A 20
I've got a
from
14.
me.
A 14.
Whoa.
I just wanted to see if it would work if I just said it.
No. A 3.
Okay, it was actually a 3.
A
Sorry,
3. Brilliant.
just had a little idea
I feel like it could have worked.
What was the idea?
Some-
What if I cheat?
that I would just say it.
Yeah.
See.
I've just rolled a subtle little dice roll here and rolled an
alright.
18. You all of a sudden you do hear splashes coming, seemingly from all around. And all 3 of you are sort of like looking around to try and work out where this is coming from out of the darkness, but not in time before suddenly it's all upon you. The honey boy just striking out of the dark. We will not be stopped.
Ew.
And striking out with just almost like pile driver arms out of its honey-like
I don't like
plasticine body.
I don't like it.
It strikes
I don't like
at
it.
the bastard.
My shield is still up around Herodotus as well. Oh, that sound. The danger sound.
zone. Uh-oh.
Oh shit! And it shoots out 4 of these things, striking at the bastards, causing them to sort of to wobble and sort of lunge about. Herodotus almost knocked from his toppled from his on highedness. God damn, I
Toppled from
can't
his
talk tonight.
unhiredness. I like it.
Perfect.
But as it seems, like all these pile driver attacks, they all seem to be striking at Dr. Z. Each one lashing on and clamping onto the joints of his 4 limbs. And there is a creaking sound.
I want to use an energy blade and start fighting back.
Okie dokie. Let's put you guys back into combat mode. Let's just put you first since you've decided that. But we'll just say that Herodotus and Cleo are still in the same position as they were.
Can we roll a new initiative?
It is fun. It is fun.
If you want.
I'm already
but you might end
last.
up
I know,
behind
but-
the honey boy.
Initiative's fun, isn't it?
All right, let's do this thing.
Yes.
Come on, let's roll these.
All right.
Let's roll these initiatives.
14
Yeah.
again.
Bam, bam, bam. Brr, 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 brr.
So we've got a 14 for Herodotus.
18, bitch. I'm first.
An
Beat that,
18 for Cleo. Okay, that was worth
13
it.
for me.
I've rolled a 16 for the honey boy. 13 for Dr. Zafrey. So although Dr. Z can, in fact, attack these limb attackers with his blades, he will not get to do so just yet.
But I can use my last energy to do something, right? Since I just got attacked. Well, if it's not,
Yes,
I
yes.
can't do an attack, so I will try and do just a wriggle, I guess. Just a shake.
A wriggle.
A wriggle. Yeah.
Wriggle,
Just a wriggle and a shake. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a sort of a
What's that
straight
gonna do?
dexterity roll
I
going
don't
on
know,
there.
but I don't want to be grabbed by this honey boy.
Oh, gross.
honey
Yeah,
pervert.
all right.
I mean, he's got the drop on you coming out of the darkness, and you are sort of strapped to Cleo's back, so you've not
Rolled a 10?
got the greatest chances. And you've rolled a 10. I would have allowed a 19 or a 20 to actually be meaningful, but 10.
What do you want to do with a 10 though?
10. You do successfully wriggle, but you do not wriggle
Yeah, not a little bit, like maybe a little bit.
out of
There's a moment
grasp.
where I'm like, no.
Oh no, you're rolling this 10 against an 18. It's not even close. Yeah. At this point, Dr. Z is being grasped, and it seems as though he's being pulled limb from limb. There's a creaking sound as though the honey boy is expending a lot of energy into dismembering this new
because-
body. But Cleo's next in line to do something, and she's right at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, he's on me, so the honey boy is doing this to me,
All
to
of us.
my back.
We are one being
Yeah,
at the moment.
it's right on your back.
I
You can
hate
feel
it.
these.
Okay,
You can
look,
feel these
Do you
honey
want to
limbs
wriggle now, Cleo,
just
as well?
Trying to pull Dr. Z
Wriggle a
off you.
little?
I have I'm gonna wriggle in a different way, bitch. So I'm allowed to do 3 things, and one of those things is an attack, but the other 2 can be actions.
Big old
Correct.
wriggles.
That's cool.
Correctamundo. Unless you're attacking with single limb attacks. So you could, for example, you
That's
could do
really
2
cool,
bear
and
attacks.
I like that idea. But what I'm actually gonna do,
But with your big old double-handed blaster, that's just a onesie.
that's a thing that can happen as well. But the issue here is that I don't think I built any explosives that I have on me, right?
I feel like you have one.
But I left
You
it.
did build one explosive, but
I
it
planted
was
it in
was
the
it
entrance.
You
So
left it in
I
a
am
pot
gonna.
plant.
So I'm gonna build an explosive
Right now?
Yeah, it's instant. I have.
Yeah,
why not?
They're
do you?
modular.
She can do it really fast. It's like a horror movie
Like when
Molotov
you watch
cocktail,
a guy
you know,
on
just like-
TV build a gun and he just goes,
And then everyone applauds
I'm
and
doing
says,
that.
"What a cool guy that is."
yeah, that's exactly how that goes.
Oh, it's such a good
So
guy.
I rolled an 8, which
It's not great.
What do you think, Dick?
That is, I mean, that is a
So this
fail.
is the part
roll.
of the horror movie where
the,
everyone's just fucking
the nature of the fail, the nature of the fail
I don't like to hear
is
that.
yet to be determined. But with your own expertise, explosive, you know damn
Okay.
well that you've not made this thing right.
Can I make
Try
one
it anyway.
more? Okay.
You can make
Okay.
you can literally go bang
but
bang
then
bang, make 3
I
explosives
can't
if you
do
want.
an attack, so I need to save my 3rd move for an attack.
But you could give it to Harry to use, you know.
True. But I built one more bomb, and it's a 14.
Shazam! I mean,
That's-
legit. That one, on the other hand, you know, is full success. The one that you didn't do right,
That's fine.
you don't know for sure what will happen if you set it off.
I don't think Cleo has ever cared what's
It
gonna
might
happen.
just sort of fizzle.
As long as one is good, the other ones are just for that.
As
glitter
long as
thing,
you
know what I'm
blow
saying?
up.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't care.
That's my.
What's the
I don't care
fucking
if they're
reactant agent?
shrapnel.
I don't care
where
what's the
it
fuel
goes.
source. I don't care
As
if it's
long as you
fragmentational.
blow
As
up.
long as you explode.
I don't care if it shoots off into a corner. Whatever.
I don't care if it's a fart sound.
Listen, that's fine too.
just
That's
spinning
fine
around
too.
in the corner.
That's-
Everything's an
That's
advantage
fine
if you
too.
use it.
Everything's an advantage.
It doesn't really
Like-
explode. It sort of pops a little hole in one side and turns
Everything's an
into a firework.
opportunity to get creative.
Everything's a
I've
something
built
if you are
these-
brave enough.
I've built these 2 bombs, and can you describe to me, like, the honey boy is on the side of me? Can I tell directionally where it is exactly? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are still stacked up in your Voltron form, but the honey boy is off to your right side, and it's just sort of, it's looming right over top of you.
Okay.
These 4 arms coming out and grabbing on and pulling Dr. Z limb from limb. So it's just sort of like leering over you. It's right there, right on you.
All right. So can my attack just be hurling these 2 bombs, like scooting them under me real quick, like
Yeah.
when a dog goes to the bathroom and it kicks dirt over the poop?
Scoot it down behind the honey boy in the hopes that he gets
Just
blown
stuff
up
him
more than
into
you.
the honey boy. He's made out of fucking jelly.
Yeah.
Just punched him into his chest.
I didn't think of that though.
Wow, you know, your fingers still on the chest piece. I feel like.
I'm gonna ignite these little suckers and then scoot roll them to be under his butt, not mine. But it's like more towards the back of his butt. So when they blow up, he's almost shielding us from the bombs.
So they've got to blow their way through him
Phrasing.
to,
Yeah,
to
they
get
do.
to you. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. Even the little weird one.
And you're throwing
We
the
don't know.
shitty broken one in as well.
Both of them if I'm allowed, yeah.
You're absolutely allowed. All right then.
And I'm gonna crescent shape myself, like when a mountain lion gets mad, like any cornered animal move. You know.
Okay,
that.
so let's. For starters, I'm just going to roll a D100 just to help me
So it's basically
determine
like a wheelie
what's going on with your busted explosive.
Harry and me.
Yeah, it's like a wheelie.
Okay.
Or cool. Depending on which way you
65%
go,
bad.
Dickie.
Yeah.
I know personally what I'm calling a 65 to mean. I've got a very simple system. I didn't really need to roll a whole D100. I could have just rolled like a D4 or something.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like
Off
100.
Dorado. Yeah.
But he likes that drama, everybody. You know, Dick. Y'all know Dick.
All right. So Cleo, I'm going to have
Got
you
that
roll.
BDE.
I'm going to have you roll 3d6 for damage on this explosive because you're igniting them both. You're scooching them under the honey boy. Let's see the damage we're looking at.
3 of them?
3d6.
That's the damage
That's,
you're looking for.
Okay, girl.
Oh, damage.
It's gonna be a lot of damage.
Damage. Okay, I rolled 3d6 and I got a 1, 4, and a 3.
We're talking
So-
8 points of damage. Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to roll another 3d6 for the other bomb.
I love this. This is exciting,
Who knows
everyone,
what'll
because
happen.
explosions are the
Oh.
way and the truth and
Jesus.
the light. And the next roll was
Oh.
a 6, a 2, and a 2. So those is getting better, and that's 10 points of damage. So
Somebody's
guess what?
itching their butt.
Somebody's
In
gonna
their
have a hole
jello
in their
butt.
Not far from the
There's
truth.
gonna be
Okay,
a hole in
let
the jello
me
butt.
explain what's going on here. Cleo just scoots these bombs, just sends them whatever which way. One of them, which she made poorly, ignites ahead of schedule and doesn't seem to explode properly. But rather fortunately, it just rockets
butt.
upwards.
Oh. Blech.
The first broken
Into
bomb
his butt.
just rockets up into the honey boy, and just pops inside him. It doesn't seem to be a proper explosion, but it still does 8 points of damage to the honey boy. He's sort of writhing about
That's awful.
mid pulling apart.
Shouldn't have touched my stack, bro.
But the other bomb, which was made, to specification, as perfectly designed bomb that Cleo has just sort of shuffled off to one side, explodes, dealing 10 damage to everyone in the vicinity.
What? Leo.
Oh.
Why do you hurt the ones you love, Cleo?
Shit. Okay. Why? You can be
You
kind.
gotta
to
be
the
cruel
ones
to
that
be
you
kind,
love.
baby.
Now, before I lay
Take a
out this
break,
damage
you
and
break.
explain what's just happened here, which is mildly catastrophic,
Leo.
let's have a brief word from our sponsors.
Reprimand the bear. Come on, bear.
No.
The enemy is supposed to be hurt.
The bear didn't do this.
Alrighty. The honey boy just outright takes another 10 points of damage, and from you don't really have a good view of them because there's an explosion happening right now, but it does look as though he's breaking into multiple parts before the
Now he's dead.
flash starts hitting you all. Cleo, the next closest to the
nice,
explosion,
Cleo.
but well armored,
cool.
only takes 9 points of damage.
Oh, cool.
Can that shield
my
the rest
body,
of us?
She's got
my
armor.
body is like armored by you guys.
Herodotus, who is
Oh, fuck. I'm
protected
looking at myself
not only by
already
his
and I know
own
what's
personal
coming.
shield, but
Fuck.
by Dr. Z's personal
Yeah,
shield.
go on.
Herodotus is protected
Yeah.
by Dr. Z's shield. Dr. Z's shield is expended, but protects Herodotus comes away unscathed. Although he does go
Hey,
flying across
Cleo,
the
I just
room
got a new thing. And,
off the back of Dr. Z.
Yeah, fucking hell.
So, Dr. Z's new body.
It's torn
How
to
can I say
shreds.
this?
This is so fucked up.
It is completely blown to bits.
At least we are
Wait,
still
is he not
here.
protected at all by...
No, because I was protecting you, Harry.
You gave me all the shield?
Yeah, because I thought we were about to get sucked into space and now Cleo's killed me.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, you're dead?
Your body is.
Well, let's find out what's going on.
Oh,
The
but,
man lives on beyond the
but the
stone.
jelly
I
half
don't
is
know.
okay,
let's
right?
find out. Go on, Dickie. Tell it how it is. Give it to me straight.
Oh no, Dick!
How bad is it, Doctor?
Dick, no.
Well, as the honey boy is blown apart, so too are the 4 limbs holding on to Dr. Z's own limbs. And at this point where he gets shot up the bottom side by the first faulty
Up
explosive,
the bottom side.
he yanks with all 4 arms.
He does.
Popping the limbs off Dr. Z's torso. Dr. Z, like a glass marble, rolls down off Cleo's back, rolling across the ground, smacking about inside the fishbowl, but to relative safety as the second bomb goes off, completely decimating the 4 high-tech limbs that he'd recently received.
This is why I can't have nice things.
Yeah. You chose your,
It really
you chose your
is.
companions very poorly.
Oh, why did I run off and
This
join the
is-
cavalry?
This is pretty, this is pretty lit.
Every
As-
young man
See,
asks
you
himself
still-
once.
you can
As
keep the
the dust settles and there's still like a trickle of rain from the trickle of water from the fire alarm. The dust settles, and as your vision comes back after the sudden explosion, you all find yourself lying about. Cleo, kind of bleeding a little bit, especially sort of just out the ears and stuff, knocked across not too far from the explosion. Herodotus was sent skidding, but landed, relatively unscathed, in a cat-like old man position.
Can you
Dr.
go more
Z
in depth?
has-
Old man.
What does a cat-like old man
I'm thinking
position
like,
look like? Asking for a friend.
well, I'm thinking like, you sort of landed like, like on one knee, one leg, one hand, the other arm still grasping the energy baton.
Fuck yes.
But then like sort of very quickly gasping and reaching back to the lower back to
the war
deal with
wound,
the,
the war wound.
Which war?
And in this pose, it would be very easy to imagine you with
Okay.
a tail.
Ocelot-like, really.
it's just got weird.
But sexy.
Are we courting the furry market again?
I'm a hairy old man,
We're
but surely not
always
furry.
Got to get that.
Can you just
fluffy
tell me if
dog.
I'm dead or not? Just
Dr. Z. Dr. Z has taken some serious damage. He is bruised, if that's the way to put it. He's been battered around. He can barely
Ego
think.
is almost gone.
And
It shouldn't
is
be
funny.
funny, but it is.
when he gets control back over his faculties, he finds himself still sitting inside in a pool of fresh, filtered, pristine water inside a glass dome, sort of covered in dust and shrapnel, but otherwise
Are you trying to tell him
unharmed.
that he's
in
still
a
better
corner.
off than he was before all this?
I'm not in the bag.
Yeah,
I'm not in the
he's
bag.
still
That's
better
fine.
off.
Yeah,
He's still
okay.
better than the bag. on the seemingly on the far side of the room, in the corner, somewhere in the dark.
Think of this as prototyping your new body before
Oh,
we
thanks,
leave
Cleo.
the
Yeah, no,
dealership.
that's nice. I will think of it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Are you sure?
now you know what- what
Are you
really
sure
need.
these levels of salt in water is good for you, sir?
I thought you were a freshwater baby.
Yeah.
I have just been
But,
blown up, by the way.
all in all, a very
So have
eventful
we, and we're being
eventful
really
turn from
good
Cleo.
sports about it.
Yeah. I mean, especially one of us who.
So Dr. Z is at the minute he's kind of just helpless and fucked. He's he has taken damage to his body as well as his exterior shell, and he's not in a good way.
You know?
But as the dust settles, it is now the honey boy's turn.
What about me?
And although he was blown apart, Herodotus does get a turn next.
Oh, right. Okay.
But,
maybe he's confused.
There's a whole lot of sparking, as it seems as though like some of the emergency lights have turned back on. Now there's a flickering from above, like a horrible flickering fluorescent light.
All right.
As you see in intermittent bursts of vision, the honey boy's form sort of reconfiguring itself, reassembling, strands shooting together to pull
Terminator.
the two halves back together slowly. There's a sparking as electricity is sparking out, and you can see that wedged into its body are the mangled limbs of Dr. Z's form, Dr. Z's prior form, and the honey,
Nice.
the
Nice touch of detail.
The plastic forms are sort of sparking and triggering and attaching themselves and rebuilding and clicking and reassembling the twisted arms and legs of Dr. Z's prior body as they find themselves being pushed out to the extremities of this thing's form, as now it's like a tearing wad of honey with these 4 slightly burnt and mangled but sort of, regenerated through little strands of the honey form arms.
Hey.
So good. It's like you just had everything stolen off me, and now I get to see someone else wearing it. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a mood.
And it ignites a
That's
pair of energy blades.
Oh, goddamn. They went with the
One from
energy
each
blades as
arm.
well. Oh, goddamn.
His name is now tax season.
And pounces
Oh, goddamn.
right at Cleo.
All right, well, I get it.
That's attacking the hand that feeds you right there. Just so fucking. You should be leaving Cleo alone, going for the other 2.
Yeah, for real.
Man.
Well, I mean, Cleo did just like half blow him the fuck away. He's much smaller now. He has lost even more honey. There's all these splattered dead bits of his matter everywhere. That's why he's integrating the Dr. Z limbs to try and reclaim some mass.
Cleo's just gonna raise her eyebrow at him and be like, "You want to show your whole ass? Well, then let's see it."
But it pounces onto Cleo, screeching out,
We will be all.
Ain't enough room in this universe for all that, baby.
and I done rolled a 17.
What? Dick, no!
This attack is happening.
Yeah. Okay,
And
everyone, if you have just joined us, if you haven't been tuning in until now, just know that Dick, once again, is trying to kill us like he always
Trying to
does.
live up to his name.
Well, I'm rolling a d6 here.
And he's
And
blaming
just
math
for the
on
record, just for the record, Cleo's got 6 health left.
oh, fuck.
it. Like, I mean, it's not an episode until we're about to die.
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
true. There's some friendly fire, and then there's also a big fucking thing that happens, and then that's there you go. Call the episode. It's done.
Okay, I've rolled a 3.
I kind of resent the idea that we have a formula.
Well, we've only been playing for 3 years, and it's kind of shown itself.
As the honey boy
Not saying you're not right.
stabs at Cleo with the energy blades, her armor still protecting her to a very competent degree, actually. She only takes 2 points of damage,
Oh, nice. Okay.
but she's bleeding from more places than she was before.
Oh. All right.
On the ground with this honey boy monstrosity over her, and it's Herodotus's turn.
All right, well, we cannot stand. We cannot let this challenge stand.
So where am I standing compared to this gelatinous cretin?
But yes, so Herodotus he's not super far away. He's we're talking what, like, 15 feet.
Okay. Reach out and touch space. Okay. So
Okay, well, I think we all know what's happening. Interstellar polo.
he takes he sort of clicks his heels to get the roller skate out. Sort of aims himself at the gelatinous mass and veers off violently towards. What is it?
For the 43rd Cavalry Regiment. Kingdom.
I cheer from wherever I'm rolled to.
Is Dr. Z sort of between me and the jelly monster, or is he on the other side?
Dr. Z's off in a corner,
Okay,
and rolled
okay.
away like a marble.
Okay.
It's for the best.
I might try to scoop him up.
I've become Baron Debauch again, just in the corner of the match.
You're in the corner, pissing your panties. Oh.
I mean, not for lack of trying. You were in a pretty good position a little bit earlier. You shot the thing and did a fair point of damage.
I know.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
But something changed. I don't
Something
know.
happened.
The enemy was
Yeah,
too
there was a
tough.
really tough enemy.
I don't know. Cavalry.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Cavalry line.
exactly. It's a glass cannon kind of life. One moment you're on top, next moment you're being charged down by Prussians. It's
What's the thing? Like, you climb onto Cleo's back, and there's a possibility she's going to either jump into a hole or blow
It's
herself
on
up.
me
You
as
just
well.
gotta live
It's
with
on
that.
me as well.
Yeah.
We need to make that into
chose
a
to trust her. It
t-shirt,
was
Cleo.
dumb.
Cavalry life. That's the.
Cavalry. Let me write
Cav
that
life.
down.
Cav life.
Cav life. Half-Life,
glass
but
cabinet.
You knew.
I
You
did,
knew
I did.
about me. You knew about me.
You knew I was a snake.
Heart of darkness.
No. Herodotus is attacking.
Yes.
Herodotus is charging in for interstellar polo. I believe.
Yes.
Looking cute. Looking ready. Ready to kill.
All right. So I send. I swing the baton.
Yeah, let's get a good old energy baton.
But do I only have one attack, right? Or do I get?
You only got one
Yeah,
attack,
okay.
but
You
can,
got
you
one
can make
attack
it count.
and 2 randoms. So
Gosh
you
darn.
can-
Okay.
You could fart at him and set it on fire.
He's a man of dignity.
gotta do
I won't fart on him. I'll take a shit on his chest.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Herodotus charging in, igniting his rocket boot, wailing in with a swift.
Man of substance.
Substance shit.
He's a man of substance, not hot air.
What did you think we meant by substance? If you give me a good colonoscopy, you can bury me in a
royal
matchstick
honey.
box.
Jesus.
Fucking
Because
hell.
I'm full of substance.
That was so good.
Carry on, Dickie.
Charging in on his rocket boot with a smooth sideways strike with the energy baton. He clocks the honey boy right in the honey. And the energy baton just zapping right through. It actually just sails, carried by Herodotus's momentum right through this gelatinous body. The energy flickering and just disrupting its digital cellular structure. And as Herodotus passes through the other side, viciously dealing 6 points of damage to the honey boy.
Boom.
Which again, if my math is correct, the honey boy suddenly collapses.
Ah!
The robot legs just dropping, the robot arms just clanking on the ground as the honey mass suddenly loses all form, dropping down into a sticky puddle of flickering electrical goo.
Yes.
Ding dong, the honey's dead.
Hell yeah.
For the
Yeah,
cavalry.
It actually is. By exactly 1 hit point, I might add.
How much?
Why that egg-sucking dog? Worthless as a boot heel.
That's how it's done. That is what I do.
Shouldn't have shown your whole
So we're not
ass.
doing turn order now, or is it?
No, well, suddenly you guys are just sort of standing, and it's very quiet.
Okay, I want to start running inside that fishbowl like a hamster in a wheel and start rolling the ball over towards the pool of honey. And I want to get into it, and then I want to try and use a hacking roll to try and reform some arms and legs out of the honey jelly substance.
You could try and translocate. You'd have to use the laser on a train rail. What do I call it? The laser on an arm.
Yeah.
The crane laser, the artificial intelligence reconfiguring device. But you could reroute some of the emergency power to that device to put the operating system of your hamster ball into the jelly boy instead, the honey boy. You've literally got to write an operating system onto this.
I'm a doctor.
Onto this this digital honey. As that's not a simple matter of hacking.
No.
That's actually more of a matter of like digital birthing. And it's not something that Dr. Z is well versed in, but it is something that right now you're in a facility specifically designed to.
Yeah, I'll go for that. What type of roll? Would
Let
you like?
nature take control.
Nature finds
I mean,
a way.
it's still a hacking
Okay.
roll.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Oh damn! It's only a 13.
That's only a 13, but you are successful. So you reroute some of the power. Some of the machines sort of whir back into life. The monitor flickers back on in power saving mode. The arm sort of comes along. It's moving a little bit slower than normally, but it comes over and it starts imprinting, like a telepathic control spec, like your usual armor. It starts imprinting that into the jelly boy rather than the viral intelligence. Ooh. And you can see the honey puddle begins to sort of re-plop itself, and all of a sudden it pops upright. The strands, getting back into forming sort of like almost like muscular systems holding the slightly blown up high-tech arms and legs, and it reforges itself into almost sort of like an obelisk of honey held up by these slightly singed robot arms.
I mean, I'm
and then it just stands there.
I'm not super fussed if the arms and the old limbs that have been blown up survive, but this new jelly body will serve me fine. I'm gonna roll my ball into it and try and get a body again.
Okay. Well, yeah. Are you gonna sort of like submerge the fishbowl in the jelly, or are you gonna sort of like pop out and you're gonna swim around in the jelly?
Is the jelly? Could I swim in the jelly?
That's what I'm asking myself. I think it's pretty cool if you could.
Because
No, Dan,
Yeah?
Dan, this is just like those videos we were watching of ant farms that are made out of jelly. You can.
That'd
you
be
can
cool,
do
right?
this. You can do this.
I think how cool it is got to make me say yes. You totally can. Like it's a very malleable digital liquid, so maybe it can actually approximate the conditions you require.
you
to
know the
survive.
like blue gel character from Fortnite.
You live in the
that's
honey.
Like a jelly character, like mascot looking thing. Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so I'll do that then. Yeah.
Oh my God, you get.
I now become full jelly boy.
You are the
I
honey
am
boy.
the honey boy.
Yeah, it's the honey boy. Okay, I will allow
Yes.
it. And I've got to allow it. Dr. Z plops
You are
himself
become the honey boy.
out of the fishbowl,
Look upon me
And the
and
honey boy,
tremble. I have become honey boy.
brings him in, and he is now a jellyfish floating in this bluish, transparent, plastic-like honey liquid with some high-tech appendages integrated in.
Yeah.
Listen,
But at that
I helped
exact
you get
moment-
to
Cleo,
this
I
place.
appreciate it.
You got-
I appreciate it, Cleo.
You gotta.
You got to trust the process.
You gotta destroy to
You got
create.
to trust the process.
You gotta destroy to
Yeah,
create.
There you go. You're right.
You gotta destroy to
But I
create.
feel like Dickie's ruining it now because he just said at that moment, and I've never had that sentence follow on with like you won the lottery.
We gotta talk over him. We gotta talk over him
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, so at this moment, Dickie, I'm gonna call Reese. They're gonna pick us up. We're gonna fly away. Just.
But before you get a chance to do any of
fuck.
that, I mean, I control the universe. I can do this sort of thing, no matter how much you filibuster.
He's hurting us, people. He's hurting us. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it.
You all
Help, we're being
feel
oppressed.
a rather sudden atmospheric shift. It's almost as though the emergency power that was keeping you all safe was diverted to some other task.
Well, that task was probably worth it. So let's just ignore it and move forward.
Wait, does that mean just that we can't see, or that there's like some sort of instability in the life support of the building?
There is some sort of instability in the life support of the building. You can
Awesome.
feel
The whole sentence.
a coldness, a sudden almost
I feel like I gave him
Yeah,
too
you
much,
see-
and now we're
drop in humidity.
You did that.
A drop in humidity that is very quick and very unnatural. The air is becoming more thin. It's becoming cold. There's what is almost like wind, but you recognize it more as being the vacuum of space opened out into the facility in some small fashion.
Harry, we need to look after Harry.
yeah, because you and I
I'm
are
in the
fine,
jelly.
But
I'm good. I'm assuming. Completely. but
it seems logical that you would be. fine,
Harry
though.
is just straight up human. So
Harry's just
Can we
straight up
put him in
thinking,
a
should
bag
we
or
be
something?
calling the, well, I don't want to call him the quest giver, perchance, but, you know, the employer. Now that we have the upper hand.
Do you really feel like that's going to stop the vacuum of space from tearing you inside out, Harry? Because if so,
Everyone waits their turn, don't they, Doctor?
cats are having a fight.
I could trigger that bomb I planted, and maybe it would call Reese.
Worth a try. Do it!
But this is out of character, but that was just one enemy of this entity, right? Like that thing's been replicating itself throughout the entire station. So
I was kind of wondering if we actually.
that's not it.
If we
Look at Dickie's
succeeded
face.
in
That's not
killing-
it. He's like,
Dick, he's
trying to hide it. He's
his
like, oh,
face.
look at you. Haven't you done well? You ain't. You,
Look at his face, guys.
You've
Everyone,
done
look at
so
his
good.
face.
Look
Look at
at
his
you.
face right
Yeah.
now. Look
Yeah.
at it.
I'm so proud
Look,
of
he is hiding stuff. He's trying to hide it with his eyebrow and his mouth.
I'm always hiding stuff. That's my
Cleo,
job.
do you have any? Oh,
He's hiding so much right now that it's hurting his whole body. You can tell he's about to snap. We're not.
We need to
prepared
save-
fight more
If
shit.
the vacuum of space is coming in, we need to figure out how to.
Herodotus, any ideas how to save your fleshy form?
Oh,
The funny thing is, like, Herodotus right now is in the best shape of all of you.
For now, until that vacuum of space opens up, and then.
I don't have any sort of breathy stuff with me.
But what about your exposed skin?
Oh, fair point.
Oh right.
Let's
I forgot
look
about
I feel
around
like
for a
you
spacesuit.
wouldn't have taken the spacesuit onto here, would you? Like it's on Reese.
Fair point. Perhaps we can call
Well-
the bloody computer. You come back with my spacesuit now.
What if there's like a tank that we can put him in and we can just carry the tank around?
Could he fit into the
Hey.
ball?
But wasn't there a suggestion that it just worked well enough to pull a shield around me?
Yeah, Herodotus has still got his own shield, so he could survive. He could survive for a short while within the shield until he runs out of the air inside the shield.
That's fine. That's plenty of
Oh
time.
well. Yeah, we'll be good.
Listen. I only have a limited amount of.
She'll be
O2
right.
in the shield. We must call the computer back. I miss our ship. I'm homesick.
You don't want to finish the task?
Haven't we?
That was
Gabriel?
merely one.
Well, could we perhaps hold it up as the idea of having finished the task, then trick the employer into giving us the money, and then Spanish the scene, essentially?
Can one of us maybe roll a perception to see like if we can even get to where we need to go in order to escape?
I feel like whoever had that idea should probably just roll it.
I feel like I had that idea.
Do it. Go
And
for it.
Cleo is just sort of like sniffing the air, trying to
I
figure
can
out which
feel
way
it.
to go.
Coming in the air tonight.
Oh Lord.
Oh, the latency destroyed that.
Okay, so if you rolled a 10 on this this perception roll.
Okay, so I rolled a perception, and guess what, everyone? It was a 10. So
Tell us what your bare eyes see.
I probably didn't. I don't know if that passes or not, but if it does, then I smelled something.
All right, you can see that although there've been airlocks shutting all over the ship, the ones into the corridor leading out of this construction floor appear to be open at the moment. It looks as though, and these sort of flickering fluorescent lights, it looks as though you could make your escape, at least as far as you can see so far.
Okay. So we only have one direction that we can go in.
I mean, I think that's just Dickie has learned how to play with us and has just figured out that, corridor the bastards as much as you can. Otherwise,
Okay.
You could always go up to the other end of the factory floor and like open up that communicator again as well. That's about the only other place. you
shoot the
can go.
car.
I'm
Unless
scared
you're gonna
of that.
start-
I'm scared of that. Whatever's in the communicator hurt us. So, Cleo is just gonna round y'all up. All right. Okay. Let me just think for a second.
Here's Johnny.
Round.
Here's
Hey! 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 Dr. Zay. Dr.
Yes,
Zay.
yes, Cleo.
We gotta get the hell out of here.
I do think we need to get the hell out of here. That was quite close.
I've got the honey. Harry, you're in that shield, I guess. You look all right, but we need to get. Come on, let's get. Come on.
I do believe we could
Just
still
over-
defeat this foe, and
Okay, but can we do it while we be getting?
definitely not from here. We need to get going and hopefully, yes, not from here.
All right, let's get. If you see any honey, then maybe you just want to pick it up. If you see.
I'm
it,
now made of
but we'll
honey,
get-
Cleo.
Well, that is definitely a detail that it is good to know.
I am royal honey.
Herodotus is gliding up behind the doctor and kind of giving him a cheeky lick on the back of the head.
I am not your personal chuppa chup, Herodotus.
I'm just checking the taste. Lovely flavor.
I'm going to need to put a
That's
lock on
canon.
my
They
door.
have
Herodotus.
Got a
They
sort
have
of
Chubba Chup in space.
a greasy, unnatural sort of flavor to it, but not much comes away. It is kind of a sort of immaculate electronic plastic
Everlasting gobstopper.
when it's in this form.
Hold on, greasy?
there's a certain like lubricated slickness to it because it's
Alright.
because it's formed of all these these individually linked, almost sort of liquid conductive micro beads.
Lubricated smoothness is not a good word. Or good.
Wait, so is Dr. Z actually in one of those air fresheners that's made out of little water balls?
Can we like?
Yeah, a little bit. Like he feels to the touch. He feels a little bit sort of like waxy or
Greasy.
or greasy or lubricated. But nothing comes away. There's no legitimate grease to it. It's just that's just the
Just
sort of the
greasy?
sensation.
Yeah.
Just feels greasy. That's not better. If you look or feel greasy and you aren't but you feel like
Exactly.
it, then you
Look,
fucking
The question
are.
is if there's any tingling sensation, and
And this thing was an
so it had
experimental
some tingling in
new
it.
body.
You
So
know,
it's
it was
hard
pop
to know.
candy.
You got that one that burns or the cold
Oh,
one?
it's definitely warm. Yeah, it's the.
Oh,
yeah,
cool,
yeah, it's
cool,
got some
cool.
heat to it. Yeah,
You don't like the mint
no, the
one?
mint one is.
Burns you. It's like toothpaste,
Yeah,
BJ.
yeah. Toothpaste BJ, no sensation.
It's like Schrodinger's BJ. All the sensation and none of it.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure something's going on, but I don't know for sure.
I definitely like it and hate it.
Welcome to the Christian podcast, Backwater Bastards.
Praise
Praise
it.
the Lord. Praise
Actually,
him.
I'm the only one in this group that isn't married, so I'm the only one that doesn't know what we're talking about.
Oh,
Everyone else is.
God, you are so big.
That's true. Save
Yes, I will.
yourself.
I do. Every day.
From yourself as
of
well.
course.
Remember,
Of course.
Jesus died for your sins, Daniel.
Yes.
So if you don't sin, he died for nothing.
Yes, well, I'm. You know,
You might as well get your money.
That's what I'm saying.
what am I doing playing this then?
Well, obviously, you're sinning.
Anyway,
That's why we're only
we're generally
videoed from
moving,
the
are we?
chest up.
Yes, Dickie, you need to take control of us and tell us where we're going.
We
You all
have
did-
decided to go down the one way that we can go.
Amazing! I can't believe you made that decision.
A while ago.
I know it's
You know?
it's pretty surprising, but I'm pretty
All right.
clever. So.
A lumbering, bleeding, quite severely injured Cleo DeCap.
not
Actually,
very
like
sexy.
completely uninjured, aside from maybe sort of a small bruise on his hip from when he landed cat-like. Herodotus, and a sleekly redesigned, if not sort of a little bit sort of apocalyptic-looking Dr. Z, once again able to propel himself by his own
I'm not in.
Cyberpunk.
I'm not in a bag. That's
strength.
good.
His own will.
He's not in a bag. Yeah,
That's what powers this
he's under
engine.
autonomous propulsion now.
Cyberpunk.
You're treading through puddles, but the water has stopped now from coming from above. But there is this constant feeling of the air pressure just sort of dropping, and a coldness. As you work your way out into the corridor, there's still like flickering fluorescent lights, sort of safety little red fluorescent like sort of lines of light along the edges of the corridors to make you be able to at least see a little bit in the darkness.
Yeah, like when you're on a plane.
Anybody
and
else?
It's got those toilet lights and stuff at nighttime.
Or if you're at a murderer's house and there's like backlighting on
Yeah,
everything.
that too. Yeah, that other
Same thing as a plane.
common experience.
But the corridor, once you get up the stairs back up onto the higher level and out into the corridor, it just as before, it just expands out. There's some corpses on the ground. There's the door to the elevator.
Okay, is anybody else feeling really stressed?
Yeah, a little precarious, this whole thing.
Yeah.
I feel pretty cool actually. Now that I've got a cool new body.
Well, looks like you are going to go press the button then, boy.
I'm okay with that.
Go
I
on
have
up.
just faced death and survived. And
Oh, he's looking real big now. Feeling real big right now. Go on, boy. Press a button. Get us out of
yes,
here.
well, all right.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, so Doctor,
You get to drive.
no, give me the
Is there an up or a down button?
There is only a hail button in these futuristic lifts.
Hail.
Yeah, hail the lift.
Right. Click hail. What is that?
Yeah.
You're like,
It means to get it to come here.
Oh, right. All right.
yeah, taxi. You know, like,
Oh, the lift ain't there.
Hey,
Okay,
yeah,
I'll
hail-
hail the lift. Yeah, all right then. Sorry.
We've got a lot of obstacles
Yeah,
up in this bitch.
I did not know how
now
lifts work,
pushing the
apparently.
button. There's. Well, no, I mean, lifts in our world we've got up and down buttons, but this is a space lift.
This is a Willy Wonka lift.
Yeah.
It doesn't need ups and downs.
Yeah, because we're probably one of us is gonna die at the end of it.
There's already an artificial intelligence deciding like who's likely to. It's got like an entire statistical analysis deciding who's probably going up or down to decide which floor it goes to first. It just goes the most efficient route that it knows it needs to take. It doesn't bother with
Look
ups
at the
and downs.
faces of
Oh,
us
wow.
as we listen to Dick explain that.
This is world building. Come on, didn't you know that about space lifts? I'm sure I mentioned that in the very first
Backwater
episode.
bastards.
I'm having a hard
Putting
time.
the details where it matters most.
I'm having a real hard time.
Hey, right now when like the air is being like sucked out of the space station, it's important that we know these things. You want to know that this lift is going to take you to safety in the
There's
most
a rogue
efficient way.
AI, but no, click
in a-
hail because let Dick let us know how it works in the future with lifts.
Anyway,
So,
that's
but in
how
a way,
that's how
this
it would
is,
work.
This
That's how
is
it would
super
work.
realistic
Realistic.
because I'm starting to get
It's
too
how it would.
anxious to
It's
make
how it
this
would work if the energy wasn't being routed to other systems. You push the hail
It's
button.
deeper.
Absolutely nothing happens.
Oh, I'm getting so nervous.
All right.
Like, because the air is running out, and now we have to figure out how an elevator works
All
in
right. Let's
space.
cut open the door, and so that we can get into the lift shaft.
Whoa, cut it
Yeah, so
open?
we can get into the lift shaft.
We can't ride it if we cut it, then it is not
No, but
gonna
we're into
work.
space, so it's just a tunnel. We can just go through the tunnel. You know, elevator. If you've got no up or down, if you're in space, you just anything's a tunnel depending on how you look at it, right?
Did
Evan
that
is
mean
like-
something other than?
I don't know. I said it
Wait,
now.
hold on.
Don't engage,
It's an
don't engage,
elevator.
don't
Can't we
engage.
just go inside it?
No, but there's no. We clicked hail and it didn't work. So I'm saying cut open the door, get in the tunnel,
It
go
didn't?
somewhere.
Dick, the elevator's broken?
No, the elevator just doesn't have any power because the power is going to sealing the vacuum of space out of the building and
Oh.
to running the AI section of the factory.
Wait,
I
where are we
guess-
going?
Out.
This is an important question.
We're just trying to get as a player. Y'all think this will get us back to the Martha room?
I believe we are shafted.
Oh, I just
I mean,
wanna
this
get
this
out of the
elevator is
bottom.
what got you here from there. So it is capable of reversing.
I am
the
trying
momentum.
I'm trying to reverse engineer my location. So I remember being in the Martha room,
Yes.
and I'm trying to get back to the
The
Martha,
Martha room is
because that's
the
on
Martha
top.
room's at the top of this
That's
tunnel.
on the top.
Yes.
It's at the top, and it's also next to the out.
Truth.
And those are things that are my goals: top, up, and
Yes.
out. That's what I'm
Yeah.
Let's
thinking.
get the ruddy bloody hell out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna use my energy blade. Oh fuck! I only rolled 6. Oh no, that's a 1.
you rolled a
Oh
1.
shit.
I can't get you
Fuck,
guys
I
out
rolled
of
a
here in one
50.
piece.
I rolled a
just can't do
50
it.
on the 100.
That's in the top half of
Oh,
bad.
it's also in the bottom
It's
half as well. It's
50%.
kind of, it's
It is though. You have to roll it again. I think that you can't use that.
really.
You can.
I don't know.
What do you mean you can't
no,
use
no,
it?
that's okay.
I'm trying
Thanks,
to
Cleo.
help, and you just stepped in it.
I don't know what was going on.
We're fucked.
I'm very
Says it.
confused.
And a little scared.
It's hard because now I'm confused about fundamentally.
I don't know how
everything.
lifts work apparently, so I'm
Because
fucking confused.
if we cut a hole in the elevator, can we actually? What if the only way is up? What if we're like inside the planet and we have to go up? How the hell are we gonna
We
go
climb.
up?
We climb.
Okay, Dr. Z cuts into the elevator door with these fresh new powerful energy blades. He makes pretty easy work of it. We're talking like cutting a great big Cleo-sized hole to get themselves through this door, booting the thing inwards.
What are we talking
and
about?
it
you said?
clangs into the elevator shaft.
That was
You
the
guys,
Foley.
You know what I just?
And it's as that piece of door falls inwards, Dr. Z realizes his mistake.
Uh-oh.
Which was
Is possibly like a foolish design choice, but it seems as though a lot of the inner workings of the elevator itself were built into this door,
Oh, fuck.
and he may very well have completely disabled the elevators.
Nah.
Oh, and now it's a tunnel. So,
But looking inside,
I just had
There
a
is-
thought too.
a tunnel that heads off, up,
And a vertical tunnel.
forwards, right, and left.
Okay, well, I just realized that we are now inside a tunnel, but so is that thing from earlier.
But also, why are we not calling fucking Steve? No, I mean the
Reese?
Reese.
Well, because there's still the rogue AI that is replicating itself into anything that it can get in touch with is still alive. So the reason why I called Reese before to say bugger off sharpish and don't come back until you see the sign was to keep the ovum safe.
Right, no, I get that, but I need, a spacesuit or some shit if we're gonna keep this fight going.
Trust the process is what I've learned.
This is
I've learned
dangerous.
trust the process.
All right,
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you on that. I need to Doctor Strangelove this one.
all right, guys, you've disassembled the elevator, but you have got yourselves into the multi-directional elevator shaft. What are you gonna do?
Ooh, we had an idea. I was gonna use my rocket skates to get us up.
It sounds
Great idea,
better
right?
than what I could do.
So I
You're gonna like sort
put,
of reassume some sort of cavalry position and then
Yeah,
just
yeah,
sort of start rocketing
exactly.
in a random, like just picking one of the corridors at random.
Oh, we were going up, yes?
Well, you can go up, you can go forwards, you can go left, you can go right.
Okay.
Are you gonna carry me?
Yeah, I figured. Just
No,
jump on
no
my
you're
back.
getting left behind, Cleo.
I mean, I'm just talking about physics.
Yeah. Well,
But we're in a vacuum.
we don't play
so
by the rules.
It shit's soon. The vacuum is coming.
Yeah, I mean, if you literally just sit and wait, like you're gonna become a lot more buoyant, I suppose.
It's gonna be fucking featherfall all over.
Okay, we have to pick a direction though, guys. Do we want to roll a perception?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm
think
gonna
that's a good
roll
idea.
another perception about I'm gonna do my bear smelling.
Okay. I'm gonna do my old man smelling.
I'm gonna do my jelly body thing.
Okay, cool. So that seems like it actually went pretty well because I rolled a 16.
I also rolled a 16.
and Evan rolled a 12.
These are all positive rolls.
So we smelled something.
Let's just do it in order of when you rolled. So Cleo, sniffing about, she can already tell upwards is where the air is thinning the most. It's where the breach is in that direction, directly up
Okay.
above you. She can't smell a heck of a lot of anything else. The other passageways all smell rather similar. They all smell as though they go off towards livable sections of the station. The way you guys were hailed into
Great.
one of the landing platforms and sort of little customer service areas. It smells as though perhaps there are several more of those. Perhaps in all these directions might even lead to similar units. Although the one that you came from is the one above.
Okay, well, can I ask
moving
a
on to-
question?
You certainly can.
It seems dumb to go towards the breach, doesn't it?
I mean, it entirely depends on your goals.
What is our
But yes,
goal, everyone?
We need to try and keep Evan alive. We need to keep Herodotus alive. And so
Should we?
We need to find
Okay,
the
you know
human
what?
quarter of this metallic death alley. We must see if whatever has created the oxygen I'm currently breathing is still operating and can be some sort of, motorized, put into action somehow.
Well, I smell the hole, but I don't smell any people.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, there are only robots on board, but there's air here. Can you smell which direction the oxygen seems purer?
Perhaps head away from the hole.
Well, the hole is up and we is down. So
As
we
everyone
already
is
done
sort of
that.
reaching out with their perceptive abilities, Herodotus has got a similar understanding, perhaps even more direct than Cleo's, because he's not doing it within the confines of a nice safe spacesuit. There's definitely a strangling, like a cold dryness from above, which
I believe
is
whatever has
definitely the source
punctured
of
the space, whatever the hell we're on, is above us. Therefore, we should be moving laterally.
I
and,
agree.
Dr. Z, who's able to reach out psychically as well as more tangibly, has actually cottoned on to something rather interesting. There seems to be, although on the space station there's no life, there is a faint faint form of a group of living things somewhere just outside the station, perhaps in a starship, off to the passageway to the left.
Well, I think there are more living creatures down that corridor to the left, but that is just merely the psychic sense. I cannot tell you if there is air, and right now, we need to try and keep Harry alive. So...
Well, I'm old and almost dead anyway. Let's go left.
Are you sure?
I'm sure of very little, but if we stay here, I die anyway.
It's your rocket legs that are boosting us, so...
Very well, hi-yo, Silva!
Am I still silver?
Yeah. Forever.
I suppose so. Silver one, silver for life.
You're a bit more of a royal honey color now, but
Yeah.
you still got the silver limbs.
Lapulus Lazuli.
Yes. Very well. So we set off
Okay,
on the
I
rocket
mean,
skates.
I don't even understand this configuration. How are we? How are we moving here?
Essentially. Well, okay, we have to figure that
If
out.
the
don't we?
tunnel is slippery, maybe we can all sit down on our butts, and then he can be at the back, and I can be in the middle, and I can hold you like people
like-
on a
it's like
sack
Cool
slide.
Runnings.
Or I mean, how slippery is the stuff that you made out of, Daniel?
He is naturally slick. He feels
Naturally slick.
Very well.
But I could
Then
hold
almost
him. I could
lubricated.
hold him.
No.
I'm pretty
No,
slippery.
if he lies down and then Tay lies down on top of him,
form
and
of
then
toboggan.
and then Harry can stand behind and push like a
This
like
actually,
a
like,
bobsled.
of all the ridiculous things you've been saying in the last few minutes, this one actually sounds feasible.
Yeah, this
And
one
also, I love that
mean,
it is Cool Runnings.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
within the
Exactly. Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride. Come on.
yeah, like, well, Cleo could actually sort of claw along.
I can't believe you knew it. That's so good. My egg. Oh, good.
All right, so we're doing it. So it's Dr. Z on the bottom, and then Chloe on top. And
Creating nice rounded, aerodynamic, almost bobsled shaped honey boy structure.
Yep.
Cleo can sort of mount atop, and possibly even sort of swipe along the floor, rowing with claws. Yeah, using his significant means of propulsion. Herodotus can climb on back almost like the motor of a boat.
exactly.
So ridiculous. So good.
Hey, it's only ridiculous if it doesn't
That was
work.
brilliant. I love it.
All right.
Let's try.
So
it.
there we go.
Yeah, give me. Let's just have a simple D20 from Herodotus.
Oh,
we're
good
gonna
God.
we're gonna ride it all on this.
Oh no, this isn't for free.
Just giving it to us.
All right. Here we go.
Ah.
D20. D20.
No gifts.
Oh, 18.
Oh,
we're an 18.
Sanka,
All
you're
right,
dead
this-
man.
This plan actually works pretty well. The naturally slick form of Dr. Z, upon obtaining a little bit of momentum, actually does allow him to just slip and slide and continue to gain speed, more so than Herodotus trying to sort of like his wobbly human body with intermittent steps with his other foot actually be able to maintain. And within a few moments, you find yourselves rocketing down the passage.
Yeah, we do.
It helps that it's a sort of a slick, shiny silver surface through which the elevator normally traverses.
Does that make us silver surfers in that case? Are these
Bullet train.
Surfing serpentine down the silver surface.
Yep.
The
There we go.
surfers sail.
God for Syllabants plugins.
Significant thrust. All right, rocketing down the hallway. Meanwhile, the air is getting thinner, and as you're sort of rocketing along, you see either side some more of these elevator doors. Do you want to try and get through one of them, or are you going to continue in the direction that Dr. Z sensed the life forms?
Doctor, do we go laterally or penetratively?
Okay, I need to do a roll here because I have no idea.
Well, don't we want to
Towards
go
the people,
towards
so
the
I'll do a
people?
telepathy. I've rolled a nat 20.
Oh, we've got a natural 20. All right. Dr. Z reaches out again. This time, he is able to get a much clearer picture. You are at this present point. You're about 2/3 of your way out towards the exterior section of the station. Just outside of the station, there is a whole bunch of humans, and they are all on board a starship, and they are mercenaries who have been hired by the synths who control the station to try and assist in your efforts to resume control over it.
Oh, fuck, it's bloody competition.
Yeah, you could call them
Harry?
competition.
Ahead of us is a competitive rival gang of mercenaries sent here to finish the task that we have
Competitive
already
gang?
been
Does
assigned.
that mean we are a gang as
But
well?
they are human, and I assume they do have oxygen.
Doctor, are you telling me what I've wanted to hear for these many years? That we are indeed a gang? And in which case, do we have a secret handshake?
I
Yeah,
would
it's when I
prefer that
hand
we
you a
try to
bomb.
keep the handshaking to...
I love it.
Yes.
If anything, that has become the secret handshake of the
And
bastards.
if you want to do the handshake, baby, let me know.
Cue me up, bear.
But they are directly ahead. They appear to be human, and I assume have oxygen.
Well, sounds like allies.
Yes.
Perhaps we can steal their oxygen tanks. They are the competition after all. We can't let them get the better of us, can we? We're the finest gang in the solar system, and I'll be damned if we're challenged by some 2-bit hoodlums who've only entered the game so
Hear,
recently they're
hear.
still wet from their mother's wombs. We shall undo the zygotes and leave their broken bodies for the vultures. Space vultures?
Space vultures. Yes. Space
Whatever
vultures do eat dead bodies in space.
I suppose. Space vultures, is that the thing?
And space kittens.
Yeah, yes, I thought so. Rapscallion beasts.
The most terrifying
Yeah, well,
creature in all
well.
of space.
They are a feisty lot, aren't they? Filus in spisus. Yeah.
So anyway, you're still rocketing down this corridor then, I suppose.
Yep.
Without any sort of other concern other than the rapidly declining atmospheric integrity.
Oh, I like it. Atmospheric.
You make it to the far end of the corridor where there is yet another one of silver double doors for the elevator.
Well, I mean, straight ahead is the ship, right?
So at the moment, you're at the end of the line where as far as this elevator shaft comes to, and there's a door in front of you that is the closest one.
Oh.
The closest one to where you're sensing this ship.
Oh, okay. Start shooting? Oh, that's natural.
All right, only 2 more natural ones and I'll let you guys out of here.
Oh my god.
I just went from a nat 20 to a nat 1.
I love that, like, this entire, this particular session, I don't feel like you
Real
guys have
shit.
actually successfully done many things.
Well, thanks for the confidence,
Wait,
Dick. So,
wait,
it's cool.
To be fair, Cleo did succeed. She just
I
did
guess.
something a little bit foolish.
Well, it's not foolish. It's that, I am accepting the responsibility of risk for all of you.
All right, give me a D100. Let's see what the damage is
Oh,
on
yeah.
this.
I forgot about the D100. God
Wait,
damn
so
it.
what did you just try to shoot? The wall?
The door.
And it didn't.
The door in front of us.
And it's gonna ricochet and hurt us.
Stop giving him ammunition, Cleo.
You
all
gave
right.
him yours.
I know.
So
I've
it's
already
only a
done enough.
12.
You don't need to help him.
It's only a 12 on the percentile of badness scale.
Okay, so we don't get hurt. That's the deal.
That is the deal, in fact. So Dr. Z raising his blaster, shooting at the door to make sure there's no nefarious beings on the other side. And he does shoot, and he blasts a hole through where you can see some light from the outside. But you also hear the cursing of someone on the other side getting shot.
It's cool. We can blame it on.
Blame it on the boogie.
I am Honey Boy.
No, the
Yeah, exactly.
Honey Boy
We blame it on
Senior.
Honey Boy.
he did it.
We know, right? Fucking worst.
I have a question. Is the door now maybe damaged enough that we could open it?
I think you're always capable of tearing your way through a basic door. It's
a
part and
basic
parcel
door.
of being heavily armed miscreants.
Okay. I just wanted to know that.
Wait, before we go on, what's the plan? Do we use these mercenaries for our sordid uses, or do we murder them in cold blood?
I was just purely thinking we get you on board their ship so you can use their oxygen.
I see, so we murder
Well, you could share it, but
them. I don't share, do I?
I was gonna lie about the shot. I bet they're
Meanwhile-
probably feeling bad about it. Maybe
As
we
as
should
you
tell
guys
them
are
it was
discussing
somebody
what
else.
to do, you can hear like sort of semi-muffled conversation from outside. There's someone howling like,
Perforated the suit. I gotta get back to the ship. Like, who's down there?
and then
Just shoot, just shoot.
and then suddenly there's blasters being fired at the door from the outside.
No!
Return fire! Volley!
Wait. I'm gonna yell through the door. Can they hear us?
They can if you can hear them, they can probably hear you. Yeah.
Help! Help! Help us! We're hurting, and there's something in here with us.
Oh, very clever.
It's help! Please help! Please, if you
hole after
believe it.
hole, opening up in the door as they're riddling it with blaster fire. The three of you sort of like clinging to the sides of the tunnel to avoid being shot.
Help! It's in here! Help! It's trying to hurt us.
The shooting continues for a while. So it's like,
Wait. Cease fire, you idiots. You get back to the ship and find yourself a new suit. You get this door open. There's someone injured in there.
Snap! Snap! Snap!
Okay,
Lying
Herodotus
sometimes
leans over
works.
to the bear.
Do you have any more of those boom toys?
I got a jelly capsule, and I can craft up a bomb real quick if you be needing for
Well,
one.
they're on the other side of a chokehold, I say. We lob a little boom chicka boom in there and then see what happens.
Or we can get him to give us stuff and then blow him up later.
Oh, you're talking about
maybe.
taking hostages. I like it. How very piratey.
We could.
Well,
What if they have Harry? What if they have honey?
oh, it's a thought, isn't it? I mean, the doctor took all of ours. Anyway, I say, whatever you do, I will agree with it. See?
Let's find out what they got and maybe go shopping in it.
meanwhile, a short energy blade is burning its way through the bottom of the door and painstakingly cutting up and around, making a sort of humanoid, semicircular hole in the doors. You hear someone from behind.
Don't move. We're coming in to get you out of there.
Everybody, look pitiful.
I refuse.
Herodotus immediately reclines elegantly and begins to bewail himself in a sort of Byron-esque way.
Oh, woe betide me. It is the end, I say. I feel the darkness coming. Old Morpheus come to take me home. Oh, I have fought the good fight. I have known love and death and betrayal. And now, at the end of my very trials, I am defeated.
Hurry, he just spent all the air this
Thou
lab.
bloody hell.
Yeah, at this point, the air has got so thin that like Herodotus is now forced to actually engage the shields and survive entirely within its limited air
Giving
capacity.
ammunition to the
as-
DM.
Painfully slowly,
Fuck!
the energy blade is cutting through the door. Like you can hear this reassuring voice from inside.
Hang on in there. We're gonna get you out. It's all gonna be fine.
I see the light come shining from the west unto the east. Oh, any day now I shall
Look
be
for me
released.
at the rise of Gondor.
Herodotus beginning to see stars as the door finally is broken open and kicked in and blinded by the light. As,
Lit up like a deuce, another roller in the night.
the door bursts open and you see some well-armored, almost sort of space marine looking mercenaries standing in the corridor. One of them knelt down by the door holding a very industrial looking multi-tool.
Herodotus
That-
reaches out towards one of them and says,
Come hither, my son. I must dislodge to thee my utmost secrets before I pass into the netherworld for adventures beyond this realm.
We've got some weird looking civilians in here, sir. What do I do with them?
Come
Get them out.
Come closer, my son.
Find out who they are later.
Come closer.
The mercenary like reaches down to grab Herodotus and pull him out of the elevator shaft.
All right. As he reaches down, Herodotus reaches up and sort of holds onto him and grabs him close, and then whacks him in the face with the ninja baton.
All right, give me an energy baton roll.
Release your anger. Uh-oh. Oh no. 10. I'm holding on to him though. That should give me advantage.
Classic.
Yeah.
He's old and he's losing his mind. We've been tortured for days. We've been trapped in here. Help us. We just don't know what we're doing anymore. The bees.
He's not expecting it.
The bees. My
He
God,
is
the bees.
bashed solidly on the back of the head with the energy, the shock expelling concussively, just smacking him down, dealing 6 points of damage. I said, as you get a proper look outside, there are 3 other similarly dressed Marines in the area. There's a 4th one who is running back, and you can see now this corridor, the big, spacious, well-lit section of the station, or it would have been well-lit on the energy-saving ones, but there's a huge array, almost like a full wall window out the side. Looks like this is like an even more sort of VIP landing platform, and you can see a big, bulky, militarized looking starship parked just outside that glass that the 4th Marine is running towards.
I shall need for your running friend to fetch me one of those fetching spacesuits of yours. Otherwise, I'll have to take his.
All these Marines, they've all got big two-handed blaster guns, all pointed straight at Herodotus, looking a little bit concerned and confused.
You who surrender, otherwise my trigger finger just might slip. Don't you know I'm an old and venerate man?
Who in the 17 hells are you?
God, as he turned into a pirate.
We're not here to fight you.
I know you're here
What's
to
been
surrender
happening
to
in
me.
there?
I am Herodotus, Arthurion,
We're
Mendleroth
scared
the
and
Third,
dying.
and you, sir,
We're
have
scared
been
and dying,
honorably
and
defeated.
we're scared. Help us, please. We haven't eaten in at least 20 hours, and everything's biting us. Help.
I'm sorry, the bear's gone nuts.
This is like this is like good cop, no, bad cop, scared cop. I don't know what's going on.
It's gonna come back any minute. We've seen it. It's living in the tunnel. Help! It'll get you too. Help!
What do we do, Sarge?
Help! Help! It's bitten It's bitten some of us. Maybe not all of us, though.
Herodotus, was it? Lower your weapon, we'll lower ours. Come on, we gotta get you out of here.
You first.
They're like looking incredulous towards one another, looking at Herodotus, who's turning rather pale as the oxygen is running thin. And
Come on, boys. Don't do anything I'm gonna regret.
finally, with very confused looks on their faces, lower their weapons.
Ha! Those are good boys. You are my prisoners now. Lead me to your ship.
The sort of commanding officer, sort of like almost face palming, confusion, is like looking down to Cleo and Dr. Z, is like,
Can he walk on his own? We've got to get you people out of here.
I'm afraid none of us actually can. He was the rocket boots that were pulling us through this tunnel.
As you say that, I'm shooting off in the direction of the ship on my rocket boots. The
Wow.
carbon dioxide poisoning is starting to take an effect.
there's absolutely no way they were seeing this coming. As suddenly, the bobsled.
Hi-yo,
The bobsled just rockets out of the hole.
That means that we are all doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
Marines diving out of the way. The commanding officer caught full in the
Oh shit,
in the
that's
torso
better than I had thought. That means that we're closer to their ship
By,
now than they are.
by the top end of the Honey Boy armor.
Mm-hmm.
He's being carried along ahead now, having dropped his weapon, utter confusion, and you're all skidding down the corridor towards the door to their ship.
Very good. Well, full speed ahead, I say.
Cleo's just gonna yell, "Help!"
It's a bit of a bumpy ride as you run over the commanding officer. He looks like he's having been sort of dragged along and then sailed over by the honey boy body, is looking a little bit out of sorts. All the soldiers are all running along behind, trying to keep up as you burst through the double doors which have been wedged open. It looks like they've got some sort of crowbar in there holding it open. And out into the landing bay where their ship is. The staggering form of the mercenary whose armor was ruptured ahead of you. As you guys sort of fall apart into a mass of limbs, ready to climb the descended stairs onto their militarized vehicle.
Hell.
And as the station is coming apart at the seams, the limping, running, like confused and slightly horrified mercenaries barge their way onto the ship behind you, just as the doors close, and the ship takes off out of the space station to relative safety. At the same moment, the space station tears itself apart and begins to kind of turn inside out.
So we are on this ship with all the space marines?
You are, and we're gonna have to end the episode there.
Okay.
There's a whole lot of explaining to be done here.
There's a lot of explaining to do.
I don't think
The
we
whole
can
way
do
onto
it
the
without
ship, Cleo is
without
just going,
a new episode.
Help us! Help us help ourselves.
Oh, that's long gone.
Okay,
All right.
cool. Good job, everyone.
Yes, excellent.
Fuck yeah.
Which
I'm
pretty
happy with my
cool.
new jelly body. Very happy.
Yes,
Jelly boy!
you are looking beautiful. We are alive. And you know what? It's 2020. That's
Herodotus
pretty
is pulling some classic H and Blasnak shit where it's like right at the end.
Good time.
Everything's been going well, and then H just like, oh, you know what? Now I'm going to decide to do my thing that I do.
Can I just say that I'm really surprised that we didn't encounter the thing in the tunnel?
Yeah, me too.
Because I was very stressed about going in the tunnel and then meeting the jelly monster or the thing that was killing all the Marthas in the first
Gregs.
episode.
Well, that's Dr. Z now.
Okay, I understand. Well, but I thought that, like, it was leaving pieces of itself that was, like, extra. You know, like, when you play a video game and there's a jelly monster and it, like, goes and it just leaves globs of itself? I thought that, like, Dr. Z was just swimming in leftover globs, not that it was, like, he was swimming in the sentient body of the jelly.
Honestly,
But now-
this thing, each time it loses sections, those sections kind of just die and become these shards of useless clattery plastic.
Okay,
And
so
it gets-
every piece of it is, like, molecularly self-aware.
So it is still, it's controlled by like a central mass, and as it breaks off
Okay.
from the mass, it loses that power. It needs to be reignited by that mass.
Do you think we need to worry about it waking back up one day while Dr. Z is swimming in it?
Well, you don't know for sure that you've eliminated all traces of the AI.
Cool.
Also, you don't even know that I am that. You as Taylor know that, but you as Cleo don't know that.
Don't know what? That it isn't honey?
Yeah, exactly. It's like pretty much.
Don't worry, Cleo doesn't know it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because I just learned it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And
that-
additionally, as a person outside of the lore,
Yeah.
I'm just really intrigued by the
Person
fact
outside
that
of
now
the
I don't
lore.
even fucking know if you're Dr. Z and maybe we need to kill your ass.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Your face changed so fast. You were like, you know what?
Too much chaos for me for a night.
That time you gave me the ammo.
Yeah, exactly.
And people of the podcast,
Oh yes.
listen.
don't go anywhere
Something's
yet.
coming. It's the holidays.
Holidays
oh
are
my God.
coming.
It's okay.
Holidays are
We've
coming.
prepared something to help to take you away from the holidays.
More like the
Because
horror
next
days.
weekend is the Bengamins Charity Bowling Tournament. And it's not just us. It's 6 other people. We're one of those people. So actually it's 5 other people, but we're all gonna fight to the death in a bowling tournament. And if you like bowling or hate it, it won't matter because it's gonna be like this, out of control and insane. And somebody's gonna win, I think, and I'm not sure what they get. We'll figure that out. It's probably something pretty cool. And if you miss it, you'll regret it because that's the one highlight of the holiday this year. Not whatever else happens at that point, just this. So don't forget to tune in on December 5th and 6th for the Bengamins Holiday Bowling Charity Tournament.
Yes.
And the prize is baked beans now because of Jason.
Yeah.
He just asked that, and now it's too late.
Baked beans.
It's too late. It's too late. That's it.
Yes.
And follow us on Twitter for more information. We are at BW Bastards.
And also, just because it's worth repeating and worth saying every time, be nice.
Thank you to Nicole, who is writing this script for me. And please vote for us on Audioverse. Audioverseawards.net.
Brilliant.
Because
we are
we're up for
finalists
2
for-
awards.
Two whole awards.
Yeah, one of them's for me. And so
That's
you
not the
better
one we
vote
want.
for me.
Yeah.
That's the one that I want. And if you don't vote for me, then you will get a surprise for Christmas in your mailbox. And it is not coal, it will be poop.
Bear poop.
And bears do notoriously large poops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But far more
audioverseawards.net. Look for the
large
yellow
bombs
bastard
that they
square.
then throw on their friends.
Yeah, well, you'll get a poop on you if you don't
A
do
poop
it. And it
bomb?
won't just be berries. It'll be worse shit, like pizza. Thank you for being here. Some of you were here for a really long time. And thank
you,
to
patrons.
our patrons who keep us
Keep the show on the road.
alive and kicking. And who are those people? It's cheaper by the dungeon.
Thank
you so much. And Lucas Duff of
Duffman never
Ballad of the
dies.
7 Dice.
Amazing. Thank
And Marcus Brackelman,
Bracky
our
boy.
secret favorite.
Thank you.
And Fernando Garcia of
Garcia
Garcia Station. The only Garcia Station.
Only one.
Yep. I fell off there. Yep. And Noodle.
Noodle.
Whose secret name is Dan. Don't tell anyone.
And he
Pass it on.
lives somewhere on
in a noodle.
on
in a
Earth.
bowl.
Every week we'll tell you a little bit more.
Yeah, he is a citizen of Earth. See if you can find him.
Yes.
And the Abale Queen.
Abale Queen.
Check her out if you need maps for your TTRPG that you play, because you listen to this, so you probably got one.
You need maps.
I hope maybe you don't. If you don't got one, you can start now.
Go look at them. They're still pretty.
And Nicole,
Nicole,
who is our actual marketing coordinator. So
And
thank you so
amazing.
much,
And-
Nicole, for taking care of us
Yes.
and being the best bastard that ever was.
Find her on Twitter and let her know that you appreciate her as much as we appreciate her. Thank you.
Yeah. And Randy, who's a fellow podcaster.
Yes.
Get ready, we about to tweet him out hard.
Yes.
And a new patron. We don't know your actual name, but on Patreon, it's YBots.
Yeah.
999.
And Ybots may be our coolest
He may be a
youthful listener as well.
They may be a synth.
He may be a synth. We're not sure. Ybots, hack this message and let us know.
010101.
Thanks, everyone.
Out.
Bye.
Thanks, y'all.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
Turtles live in the turtles live in a
we
tank
don't
at the
approve.
zoo. Turtles only live in a
Turtle.
tank. Nobody's seen a
We
turtle
don't
dig a
approve
hole.
of your turtles.
No, turtles is soup.
They
Soup
only
Dolores.
make for
you,
good
You use a
soup.
turtle to make a soup. Yeah, and you can take its shell later and make an
Turtles that
ashtray. You
make
can paint
good
on it. Real
soap.
cute, good craft for the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Yeah, yeah. Use it as a dish. Make the
Cigarettes are good
turtle
for the
soup.
kids too.
Put the soup
Keeps
in the
them awake,
shell.
keeps
But
them
the
alert.
smell, Dolores. You?
Mm.
The smell. Well,
Mm.
maybe at your house.
Like butter.
I don't know what your butter smells. My butter, I buy
don't know
my
what your
butter at
butter
the
smells like,
shopping
but mine does not
drop.
smell like
So,
cooked
I mean,
turtles.
my butter. Well, you're not.
I don't think you're ready for this butter.
Don't get your
you
butter
think
on
that
anybody,
would not be
Dolores, if it's
getting
smelling like a
buttered in on
turtle.
me?
Smelling like a dead turtle.
Don't get your bit of butter in the twist, girl.
If
If it's dead, it's
if
okay.
you got that
If it's
turtle
well cooked,
stink
it's
on you,
even
well,
better.
nobody's gonna talk to you,
This-
Dolores, at the club. Nobody is at the bingo club talking to your ass,
That's a
Dolores.
turtle.
Not with your turtle smell
You're
on
going
you.
to the club without me?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my
Dolores, they don't even
turtle
talk
smell?
to
It's
us
my
anymore. Why do you think they
signature
don't talk to us when we go to the club? They don't even come to our table animour. They don't talk to
dish.
us.
Of course, they're not
They don't
talking
talk
to
to-
us. They're dinner.
You're
when
nuts.
was the last time you talked to your dinner?
You're nuts.
You're nuts.
You're nuts. You're nuts.
You're nuts.
You're nuts.
All right, let's get on with the